Welcome to the Who Are You Talking to resource. I am so excited to be teaching you a little bit of the brand strategy and some of the work that we do within our branding and website design services so that you can implement them in your own brand. Today, I'm going to be walking you through a mini training of some brand strategy foundations that we do, and then walking you through the worksheet so that you have all of the tools that you need to get started. But before we dive in, I just want to take a quick moment to introduce myself. My name is Colleen, but my friends call me Callie, so feel free to call me that. I am the founder and CEO of Honeycomb, where we build brands that our clients are obsessed with. We've been doing this since 2016, and in 2020, we launched our signature services, Brand in a Week and Website in a Week, which is our signature services that we continue to do to this day, serving solopreneurs and small businesses around the world. I am married to my life and business partner, Chris. We met in Austin in 2020, and we were married on our farm in southern Middle Tennessee in October of 2023. He is the developer and strategist alongside me with Honeycomb. We have been working together side by side since 2021. We are currently regenerating our farm, Mabel and Jack Farmstead. If you want to follow along, we're Mabel and Jack on Instagram. We are transforming my family's 22 acres in southern Middle Tennessee into an oasis for birds and butterflies and bees and all the pollinators and wildlife so that we can regenerate that land into a wildlife habitat. My mission in life is to create beautiful things and make things beautiful. You will see that in every single thing that I do, but you also should know that everything that I do is also rooted in strategy with a focus on sustainability. I don't just want to build things that are beautiful, I want to build things that are beautiful that last and have a sustainability component to them. So you'll see that in the work that we do with Honeycomb, really trying to help our business owners and our clients build brands that are sustainable, that they can run for a really long time. And also on the farming side, where we build things that are sustainable to the earth. Here's what you can expect from us today. I'm going to be walking you through some of the brand foundations that we teach to our clients within Honeycomb, things that we abide by and believe that all brands should embody. I'll be walking you through the worksheet after that, giving you a few pro tips and some ways that you can tackle this worksheet for your own brand, and then giving you a few final tips before we wrap up. But first, I want to start with one of our foundational truths that we preach to all of our clients here at Honeycomb, and that is that your brand is not your logo. Your logo is a visual representation of your brand and your business, but it is not the entire brand. A brand is far more than the visual elements that comprise it. It's the words you say, the things you do, the impression that you leave on a customer, the habits and personality that go alongside all of the work that you do within your business. So your brand is like this living, breathing thing, and to simplify it down to just a visual element would really be leaving out a lot of the core and foundation that makes your business unique. So when we think about what your brand is, I want you to think beyond the visual elements and think about the full scope of what your business embodies, because that is your brand. The way you want to put your mark on the world through your business, that is your brand. First, I want to tell you a story to really kind of drive this point home. This is my hometown of Bell Buckle. It is a real place in Middle Tennessee, and it's where I grew up. And it's a lot like walking into a Hallmark movie. When you go to Bell Buckle, it is unique. Right away, you see that it is really special. And sometimes you can't quite put your finger on what it is, but maybe it's all the nice Southern people walking around saying, "Hey, y'all, and welcome in, and hope you come back soon." Or maybe it's the amazing Southern food that you're going to find, or the antiques that you literally couldn't find anywhere else. All of those things just exude this energy and personality that make up this town. And it's not just one thing that makes Bell Buckle unique. It's the combination of all of those things together that create this experience that's inexplicably Bell Buckle. And that's how I want you to think about your brand. I want you to think about your brand as this small town with all of its unique intricacies that make it special and that make it something that's irreplaceable in the world. No one else has your same viewpoint. No one else has your exact same personality. And that should come through in every single thing that you do. And that's what this exercise is meant to help you with. It's to help you uncover that unique customer who is particularly suited for your brand. So, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to ask you to put on blinders. We're not thinking about competition. We're not looking at what else other people are doing. We are just focused on you, your unique business, and your customer who is directly aligned with the work that you do. But first, let's dive into 3 things that memorable brands do well. The first thing, they know their audience so well, it feels like they're reading your mind. We all know those brands where every time they are posting on social media, releasing a new product, putting out a new offer, it feels like they are speaking to us, like they just know us in our soul. Because what they've done is on the back end, they are asking themselves the exact same questions I'm asking of you about their own brand. Who are you? What motivates you? What are the things that you care about? And then they're infusing all of that into every single thing that they do. It's all strategy. And a lot of that strategy is led with a heart behind bringing in the right people into their brand. And that then leads us to our second point. They create a product or service so good that you can't help but talk about it to everyone. So they've brought you in, they know how to bring you into their sphere and their universe and to buy their products, or even not just to buy their products, but to love their products. And then they create a product so good, you can't help but share about it to your friends, to your parents, to your dog. You are obsessed with this product because it has delivered some result to you, or the packaging was so good. You're like, oh, I have to share this with my friend who loves packaging too. Whatever the case may be, they have done something that has compelled you to feel like you want to share it. And these are things I want for your brand too. I want you to know your audience so well that it feels like you're reading their mind. I want you to create a product that's so good and a service that's so good that your customers, your friends, your network can't help but share about you. And finally, they create a brand experience that's unique and noteworthy, even if their product isn't. So, regardless of how many people are in their space, in their industry, they're setting themselves apart through their experience, through the experience of working with them, through their packaging, through the way that they're marketing, through the way that they talk to you. And you can do this too in your own business. How can you set yourself apart just by changing the way that you approach the client experience, by the way that you approach how you interact with your clients? This is something we think about all the time with Honeycomb. I am obsessed with refining our client experience. Obsessed. Because I know that regardless of how many brand and website designers are out there, I want to create an experience that our customers are really into, that's omni-channel, that doesn't just focus on the digital experience, that bleeds into physical products, that bleeds into ongoing work. I want to find ways to stay connected with our clients beyond this 1 week that we work with them. And so I've invested a lot of time and energy into that client experience, even though there are dozens and dozens of web and brand designers out there. And I fully believe there's a designer for everyone. But I want to make sure that our experience is unique to the story that we're trying to tell and the viewpoint that we have on the world. So I want you to think about how you can shape your brand experience with the things that you uncover in this exercise. There's going to be things that strike a chord with you and bring these aha moments to the forefront where you're like, ooh, that's a thing that I can incorporate, and that's a thing that's going to wow my customer. So let's dive into the first thing. The first area, knowing your customer well, that's what we're focused on today. That is going to be the focus of this worksheet and this exercise. That is the key that we are trying to drive home today, is knowing your customer so well that they feel like you're reading your mind. Before we get into the worksheet, I want to dive into a core truth, which is that aligning your brand is a process of getting to the root of who you are and who you want to serve. At the end of the day, knowing yourself, your lifestyle goals, who you want to be as a business owner, the way you want to lead, the amount of work that you want to take on is just as important as understanding who your customer is. So while we're talking about our customers today and while we're thinking about them, I also want you to be reflecting on your goals and how that intersects with who your customer is. And there's going to be some questions throughout the worksheet that kind of probe at those things and help you uncover what those things are. So let's dive into the worksheet that you'll be using. This worksheet is available on ClickUp, Notion, and Google Docs, and they are available as editable documents. And the reason that I am providing them here is because I want you to continually refine these. They're meant to be living documents for your messy answers. We are not looking for perfect answers here. I want you to use this document to put it into practice. And so I've given you 3 of the top places that I know our clients use and edit things for their business. So choose the platform that makes the most sense for you. On each of the pages, whenever you access the downloads, I've also given you some links to set up free accounts. If you don't have a ClickUp or Notion account and you want to start one, you've got a link to do that there. But I really encourage those messy answers, and I am so passionate about giving you an editable living document because I know the power of this work. And I also want you to revisit this when it makes sense for your business. Revisit it quarterly or monthly, depending on what you're offering and what you're launching, just to ground yourself back into that ideal customer and who you're trying to reach. You will be amazed at how much easier this makes creating content, writing sales pages, going to create anything for your business because you've got clarity around this major, major aspect of marketing to people. Start with the worksheet and duplicate it for as many audiences as you have. Now, I say this with the caveat of don't go crazy duplicating it because you feel like you have 10 audiences. In reality, most of us likely have 1 to 3 audiences, core audiences that we're attracting to our business. So I would focus on that 1 to 3. These could be different audiences for different services, for example, different levels of service. Those could be different audiences. They could also be different audiences for different social channels. Say you have a different target audience for YouTube than you do for Instagram. Duplicate your audiences there so that you can talk to each of those in a very specific way. It will help with content strategy. It's going to help with copy and content, all of the things that you're creating on those particular platforms. As you go through the worksheet, there will be different questions that you can answer along the way, divided into different sections. And at the end, we're going to bring it all together in a story. And the reason that I really love to bring it together in a story, you can even add an image if you want at the end, find kind of an image of what your ideal customer looks like. But we really want to drive home this idea that this is a living, breathing thing, that we could go to coffee with this person theoretically because we feel like we really understand and know them. I want you to use this document, to use it as a filter for the type of people that you're bringing into your sphere and understanding right away if someone is a good fit or if they're not a good fit for the work that you do with them. But also to understand what drives them, what motivates them. What do they need from you? What do they need to hear from you to alleviate their concerns and fears and frustrations? Those are all questions that we're going to be diving into within the worksheet. Finally, you're going to take all of those answers and bring them together in your ideal client story. So you're going to paste all of that verbiage in there. And then something that I like to do is bring over relevant bullet points so that I can easily reference them. So this is kind of like your cheat sheet for your brand archetype. bring over those high-level bullet points you always want to remember. For me, it's usually sticky points and ways that I've resolved them, client testimonials that I want to have easily on hand when I'm building new sales pages, building social media content, reaching out to cold leads. These are all things that are really nice to have on hand and easily accessible. So, rather than having to scroll through your entire worksheet, you've got it nice succinctly in this particular part of the worksheet that you can add to any particular area of your CRM or project management system so that you have it accessible. Final reminders for you. I have just two for you to remember at the end. Please tag us on social. I would love to see what you're working on and how you're implementing this in your business. I would also love to repost to get you some more visibility. So, with our audience, and so we can audience share. So, please feel free to tag us at Honeycomb Creates and we will repost you. And also, my DMs are always open. Email is not the best way to reach out to me. Please reach out with any questions to my Instagram DMs. I am happy to answer them there. And I would love to just chat and see how you enjoyed this resource. This is something that I am really passionate about and I love this teaching. So I would love to hear how it has impacted your business and see what you create. Share your sales pages, share your content that you've created from this. I would love to see it. In the meantime, happy strategizing. I'm going to let you dig into this worksheet and get started. I am so excited for you and the clarity that this is going to bring, and really just hope you leave feeling empowered and confident about the direction that you are taking your business. As always, find me on social. I would love to chat. And in the meantime, have fun strategizing.